And I love the rose that grew from the concrete. And every time I look at my daughter, that's my rose. And so when I stand in front of people, I only tell this story when she's in the room, so this is only the second time. So if I cry, we're gonna pretend like it didn't happen, okay? That is my rose. And everybody has concrete, and we all go through tough stuff, and we all go through hard stuff. But we all have roses. And people will look at your rose, and they'll call it ugly, because they can't find the beauty in your rose. But your rose is beautiful, your concrete is beautiful, and your story is beautiful. And it leads us to places like this. Standing on the stage is an honor, but it was a journey. And there was a lot of concrete. And there were a lot of roses that people didn't know were roses. And so I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. Is that okay? Yeah. And y'all better talk back to me. Ooh, I like this. Hey, Light. All right. Common sense tells you not to plant your seeds in the street, but I was never taught the proper ways of farming. Nobody told me it was a law that you sow what you reap. I still remember the night. I started a garden in a field I never intended to keep. That plus sign wasn't adding up. This is not how it's supposed to be. I called my mom. She said, at least you're not 16. Click God. I hope it's a girl, so I could love her the way nobody knew how to love me. But I knew God didn't make mistakes, but he knew this wasn't going to work. So why did he allow us to create perfection, a product of sin, but a reflection of him? The world saw Ishmael, but I knew I was carrying Isaac. My heart laughed, my soul smiled. What was I going to do? Moving way too fast, and time flies when you're trying to survive. I was just trying to escape because nobody told me that my worth didn't lie between my legs, that love was more than bed sheets and breakups, that we were made for more than serial monogamy. Esau settling for satisfaction instead of eternity, selling birthrights and birthing babies. In the brokenness, I ran into everything I was running from. And the wages of sin are death. But as I laid down and prepared to die, you gave me life. Love is patient, but I never took the time to wait for it. So I allowed someone who had no intentions of staying to sow into my eternity. I had already left, so I backtracked into the past and found you where you slipped out of our hands. As we argued and fought in the middle of the street, we dropped our seed. And before we both realized what we had done, you started to bloom. In the middle of the rush hour traffic of our emotions, in the middle of the intersection of everyone who had ever hurt us, right on the corner of destiny and destruction, you bloomed. And although we didn't see eye to eye, we both saw your beauty. So we stood in the middle of that street to protect you from the tires and feet of things we still didn't know how to tell to leave. We got hit, trampled on, our bruises casting shadows upon you. We never meant to hurt you, not realizing by hurting each other we were damaging your roots. But you bloomed the rose that grew. You bloomed in our broken lust and vain expressions of love. In the midst of construction and roads closed to any chance of hope, you bloomed when we weren't strong enough to love. You broke through. You bloomed in 4 years of life. You have done what we've been struggling our whole lives to do. You bloomed the rose that grew. Your strengths have made me stronger. As the Father and Son shone upon you, you synthesized love and released the oxygen that allowed my heart to breathe. All creation cried out, but I heard her scream, y'all. God loves you. God loves me, which allowed me to love myself. I gave her life, but she taught me how to live it. She forgives like Christ. She loves like God. She blooms. And now for the rest of her life, I promise to groom and to prune, to stop the traffic that deferred our hope, the traffic that hurt and that stopped the hurt that hit and ran, the pain that wrecked our ability to provide you the purpose filled. You will never be thirsty. You will never be hungry. I will continue to search my heart and remove every stone and weed that has choked out the generations before us. In concrete cracks of green pastures, we will bloom.